Monsanto. Let's get it, homie. We sleep. The alarm's going off. Beep, beep. Time to wake up to the deceit. Our whole reality's made up by the elite. They live, we sleep. The alarm's going off. Beep, beep. Time to wake up to the deceit. Our whole reality's made up by the elite. They live, we sleep. The alarm's going off. Beep, beep. Time to wake up to the deceit. Our whole reality's made up by the elite. They live, we sleep. The alarm's going off. Beep, beep. Time to wake up to the deceit. Our whole reality's made up by the elite. I came here to kick some ass, just like Roddy Piper. These motherfuckers, they want communists, they got me hyper. But don't be chewing that bubble gum, it's got aspartame. It's a chemical directly targeted at your brain. Just like the fluoride that they put in the water supply. And all the geoengineering we got in the sky. I'm trying to tell you, and I hope that you hear it clearly. This ain't no bullshit speculation, conspiracy theory. They live and they're controlling every move you make. From the apartment that you live in to the juice you drink. They give you television to help you ignore this prison. This while we use genetically modified organisms. They want us like the Walking Dead, just obey the tool. Don't worry about anything, keep away from your doom. To all my warriors out there, this is indeed my call. It's time to put a fucking end to this elite cabal. They sleep, the alarm's going off. Beep, beep, beep. Time to wake up to the deceit. Our whole reality's made up by the elite. They sleep, the alarm's going off. Beep, beep, beep. Time to wake up to the deceit. Our whole reality's made up by the elite.
It seems like we got another. All their arguments are absolutely fucking farcical.
How you doing, Dan?
Oh,
Hey, Dan, can you hear me?
yeah, what's going on, dude?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. That's some good music. What is that?
That's some fucking ODD and Payday Monsanto.
I'll have to check that out. That's pretty cool. Listening to that.
Yeah, so is this Dan W?
Yeah, this is Dan W, Dan F. Nice
What's up,
to meet
buddy?
you.
The
Good
tale
evening.
of two Dans. We meet again.
Yeah, two Dans, two different continents.
Yes, since you are from where again?
Little shithole of England.
old England's a shithole. Well, dude, isn't it like how far away is Paris from where you are?
I'd say like if you got a train, it would be probably about 2-3 hours.
Wow, that's not that bad at all. Jesus Christ, man!
Yeah,
I gotta get over there. I'm coming over to that goddamn continent. I'm coming over there. It's all
cool.
It's all small. Actually, some of my friends are coming over there right now, and my cousin lives over there in Paris right now.
All right. Have you been before to England or Paris?
No, I've never been outside of America. I just traveled from the East Coast to the West Coast in America.
Yeah. On this flat plane.
Yes. It was very apparent. It's weird how once you actually make people, like I'm sure you've heard since you live in the old UK, England area. So you've heard of the Hollywood tales of Hollywood in general, correct? Right? I'll just bring it like that. Hollywood in general, we've heard the tales of Hollywood, right?
Yeah, we've heard of stuff like that goes on and just the lifestyle and everything.
And have you heard that's the West Coast, and so you've heard the tales of the East Coast with New York City and the tales that go on there?
Yeah.
See how have you ever thought about it that way? That New York City is the East Coast of media, and then the West Coast is Hollywood and California. See, and another thing you have to realize is that both these states are opposite. See, most people think that they're the same. Even in America, United States, that most people think that the New York City and New York in general is the same as California. And actually, what most people fail to realize and recognize is that, actually, everything happens in California first. Everything gets legalized in California first. all the state laws and all of the federally regulated laws, they go through California first. So, and that's the reason why New York does that, is because it's the experiment. So they're putting California through all these social experiments, and they're seeing how well it does. Either it goes well or it doesn't. People freak out or they don't. So New York doesn't want to have that happen. So they just have California do all the experiments first. And they're like 5 and realistically 10 years ahead of New York in terms of laws. And but it's really interesting. Once you have you ever thought about it that way? Does that like bring up anything that you want to say?
Yeah, I suppose in New York, have you got all the news corporations in New York, and in California, it's more of the movies. It's like complete a contrast in lifestyles, really. Is it more chilled out in California and more like fast paced?
Well, yeah, it's more chilled out in California because cannabis is legalized over here. You can, well, at least you can have like an eighth of it on your person, and you can have like an ounce of it at your house, and you can even grow plants at your house as long as it's less than 6. But like I was saying, in New York, that's completely illegal. You can't do any of that in New York. See how it's like, completely reversed?
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, when you think about it, yeah, I suppose it is completely opposite. Like
yeah,
in England,
so a lot of people have to start realizing that the United States of America are not united. Very non-united. The very non-United States of America. That I would pledge allegiance to that flag. As a matter of fact, I was just at a Lakers game, and the old national anthem, the old national anthem went on, and I pulled a Colin Kaepernick. I didn't stand up. Everyone else stood up, and I was the only one sitting down. And I looked around me, surrounded by 20,000 people standing and singing, and I go, "Holy shit! I'm one of the least brainwashed people in America, and probably the world. And this is astounding to me. This is truly what has happened." I was brainwashed. I was like, it's so strange. It's so strange how you're not brainwashed, but you are brainwashed growing up, and you know you're not. That's how you know you're different. And then once you realize you're not brainwashed, or at least you get the balls or the words, the terminology to say, or the confidence to say to other people that you are not brainwashed anymore, at least not to the degree that you once were. So everything begins to change once you actually, your talk becomes action. So you turn your talk into true kinetic action and pure causal effect, and certain changes start occurring in your life where your friends and your family start to go away. So your friends start to go away, the people that you were hanging out with for 5 years, 10 years, all of a sudden they start you'll get in a fight with them and you won't talk to them for months, and your family, your dad or your mom, like something happens, or you just decide to move off on your own. Like, these are things that happen. This is called what's it called? The awakening, the path, the start of the journey, the spiritual awakening. This is the quest, the journey. It's an individual thing, but all of these individuals throughout society and throughout the aeons they just so happen to have a very similar story. Isn't that strange, Dan?
Yeah, I mean, like you say, it's an individual thing. I mean, we live alone, we eat alone, we die alone, or whatever. But yeah, I mean, have you lost like lots of friends with this awakening? Have you,
oh my God, man!
I suppose I've got a small group of friends. It's like a small group, really, not like a massive amount of. I suppose you just weed them out, or not weed them out, but.
Well, no, yeah, it's true. No, you do.
Just naturally drift apart. Naturally.
And you hear those quotes. I'm sure you've heard those quotes. Oh, you know, the people who you don't flow with, or who don't support you anymore and don't serve you and support you, you just got to let them go. It's like, yeah, that's that is realistic to a point where when you actually do these things, when you're literally completely alone, and when nobody wants to help you. anymore and support you, and then one week they're saying do support you, and then the next week they telling you get the fuck out. Why, this can't happen anymore. And
so it's like a natural process, isn't it? It's like a natural parting.
Yeah. So it's like having courage. It's getting your natural courage back, going back to primal basics, trusting the flow. Terrence McKenna once said this. He said when he was living with in the Amazon and chilling with these indigenous people, he said that he noticed a super sense started to come back, that certain senses that he lost contact with as a kid started to come back. And one of these senses was knowing the easiest route and the safest route to get from point A to point B. So most humans think to get to the point A to point B, the best way to get from point A to point B is to go the shortest route, because that's the fastest. But in reality, that's not the safest route. Sometimes the fastest and quickest route from going to point A to point B isn't necessarily the safest. So what Terrence McKenna noticed is that a natural sense started to arise out of him when he was living in with leaves and with his gene, just being brought back into tribalism in the Peruvian and in the Amazon jungle, was that he would watch these groups of people and that they would safely travel from point A to point B, like how you're walking on the edge of a mountain or like down a cliff, valley, like down the ledge into a canyon. And like you could, it's like a fucking 50 or a 70-foot drop, but you do it. You look down, you go, holy shit, that's 50 or 70 feet. But you can look down and you can just go, okay, if I take this little pathway here, look, I can see like deers were walking on this path because they knew it was safe. It was easy. It was easy for the deers to do it. So like human beings have lost touch with this natural instinct that they have, which is to go from point A to point B easily and without being endangered, without breaking an arm or spraining an ankle, without getting eaten by prey. See, that's why the male-dominated society has invented all of these super cities like Atlanta, New York City, Hollywood. And so we have all of these cows, these sheep that are herded into the super cities. And so society has a way of making it easy on itself for the people on Wall Street to treat us like the numbers that we are, the Social Security numbers that go, oh, look, this is what the population is in this city, and this is what the trends are, and the stock is right. It's like, dude, it's not numbered so perfectly that you can do that. You can't do that. That's not how it works. You can predict things to a certain extent, but you can't predict 10,000 years into the future, and that's what this entire society has brainwashed into believing it can do. Oh yeah, the Mayans were predicting 2,000 years into the future, and it's like everyone's on different calendars. The Jewish people think that they're. But probably, I'm not 100% sure because I'm not 100% keen on the Jewish calendar. I run on the Gregorian calendar. I was but the thing is that all of these calendars run on different times. The Mayan calendar is still in existence. Just because you don't run on it doesn't mean that other people don't follow the Mayan calendar and know it better than you. And it's the same thing with the Jewish calendar, the Mormon calendar, the Christian and Catholic, the Druid, the Hebrew, the Hindu, the Buddhist, the Chinese. The Chinese people are on a completely different calendar than the Gregorian calendar. They don't run on the Gregorian calendar. They don't have the same holidays. It's not the year 2017 for China. China, my Donald Trump. China isn't on 2017. They're just aware of it. Sorry to start getting a lot here, but what's up, Dan?
Yeah, Trump loves China. He loves saying China, China, China. But yeah,
China.
what I was going to say was, just because you don't run on these calendars doesn't mean that they don't exist. So
exactly.
They do exist. But what's that you're drinking?
Like the South Korean calendar? What the fuck's going? Like people think that there's
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, there's a huge. People think that there's Israel, Israel. There's a lot of the first person to ever tell me that I was chilling at Esalen Institute, and I was lodged up with these 4 other dudes, and this one fucking dude was like, he's like, dude, you know about the lost tribe of Daniel? I'm like, yeah, I have heard of that. He's like, yeah, that shit was going on in Israel. And this was in Big Sur, California, up north where I'm in Southern California. That was 2000, and that was in 2014. And right after I left Esalen and came back home to Buffalo, I read the Illuminatus trilogy by Robert Anton Wilson. And in that book, he was talking about the flat Earth. There's a character talking about the flat Earth. And right after I read that book, I came out as a flat earther, and that was in late 2014.
Yeah, you were pretty early then. You were like way ahead of like Mark Sargent, pretty much.
Well,
he was like 2015.
Yeah, no. Mark Sargent came out with the clues in it was definitely 2014.
All right.
Wasn't it?
I'm not sure actually. I can't remember. I know I first heard him on Coast to Coast.
No, I was studying the flat Earth for late 2013, all of 2014, and started making MBA videos to start with. And actually, I made some videos on YouTube in early 2014. And actually, my very first video was on a mountain looking at the flat Pacific Ocean. But although I still wasn't, I don't knowist at the time, I certainly wasn't a globehead. I haven't been a globehead since like 2007, 2008. Like I was a globehead my entire. I guess I can say I was a globehead, but I didn't even believe in heliocentrism in school, which is why they tried to diagnose me with ADHD and give me Ritalin and shit, which I only took for one day, and my parents didn't agree on. And I told my parents, yeah, I'm not taking this anymore. And my mom and dad said, yeah, don't take that anymore because we're not psychopaths and we're not going to make my child take a pill that he doesn't want to take anymore. And so yeah, that was the end of that. And so it's like
that's good. That's good though. You don't want. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, stop all the
zombify your kid. Oh, he's asking questions. He's asking questions about why dinosaur. How do you know that dinosaurs are that color? How do you know that they have feathers? How do you know that Look, inside the books that you're giving me, you're showing me specific colors of dinosaurs and specific colors of birds, of reptile birds with colors. How do you know what particular colors these feathers are of these reptile birds? What the fuck are you talking about? The only way you can know the colors of something that existed millions of years ago was if you were alive and you witnessed the colors of those beings that existed millions of years ago. You couldn't know the colors of something that existed unless you were around with them to see the colors of that thing that existed with the color that it seemed to have. Otherwise, you're just making it up. And so when you have a kid, a fucking 10, 12-year-old kid who's asking, yo, how the fuck do you know what colors these dinosaurs are? What color these flying dinosaurs are? It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
I knew. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, if you just got one of these guys, I don't know who runs the museum. Who the hell runs the museum? And
Oh
says,
my God, they're all fucking rigged. They're all rigged. You got
Yeah.
people like Zachary Hubbard that believe in the fucking Foucault's pendulum. But what about Foucault's pendulum? What about it, dude? Sometimes, did you know that sometimes Foucault's pendulum is not even working anymore? What do you mean, Dan? What do you mean Foucault's pendulum is not even working anymore? Well, what I mean by that is when I went to the North Park Observatory in California, in Los Angeles, in Hollywood, when I went there, the pendulum wasn't even moving. It was stationary. So when I asked the dude, yo, and this was in 2013, 2012. So 2012, 2013. I'm not sure what year it was. One of those. I'll just have to look into it more. Don't worry, guys. So when I go to the observatory, the museum, science observatory myself, one of the best observatories in Hollywood, and the pendulum is stationary and not even moving. It's just sitting there, not moving. I'm like, yo, I thought this was supposed to be moving in clockwise, like why isn't it moving?
Yeah.
Oh, well, the reason it's not moving is because twice a day the pendulum stops working. It's just there's an anomaly. We can't quite explain it, but the pendulum needs to be the pendulum stops their pendulum stopped Foucault's pendulum, one of their main proofs of a globe and of a Coriolis effect, the rotation of the Earth, the motion of the Earth. This Foucault pendulum is one of the main globe head proofs. But when I go into their museum, their observatory, and when it's not moving, when I have the tour guide telling me that twice a day they have to restart their pendulum, they have to move it themselves. So they literally have to move it, they have to push it, and then it's not that they even push it, it's that they just lift it up and then they let it go. And so it's literally going to move for a good amount of time, for hours and hours, and it's going to trick all these museum goers that are coming in and saying, hey, look, it's the Foucault's pendulum's moving. It moves any direction you fucking push it. If you push it counterclockwise, it's going to go counterclockwise. If you push it clockwise, it's going to go clockwise. If the Coriolis effect was real, if the motion of the Earth was real, then it would only go one direction constantly. But these people, the main observatories, and this is not even including dinosaurs. I'm not even talking about dinosaurs yet. I'm just talking about a fucking Foucault's pendulum. When you go into the dinosaur museums and you ask for the real bones, oh well, no, that's hidden. That's not. We don't have those. Those are in the Vatican basement. Nobody knows where these real bones are because I'm going to check some comments. You go ahead and talk.
Yeah, I went to the Natural History Museum in England, in London, and I was just looking, and there's like, when you go in there, you turn left, and there's like a massive T-Rex. And it's like, are these bones real? I'm going to have to like check them next time. But yeah, I don't know too much about that pendulum. I think ADR was talking about it once, but I wasn't listening too much about it, but I need to learn about that. It's the Coriolis effect then, or something?
Well, what's that? The Coriolis effect is when the northern hemisphere is moving in one direction and the southern hemisphere is moving the opposite direction. And this is at 1,000 miles per hour at the equator, and then the opposite at the equator, moving downwards.
And these pendulums in the museum, kind of like
in Australia. Ask Santos Bonacci about ask him about the Australian museums and Foucault's pendulums floating upside down relative to the person's position. Because like Zachary Hubbard, he thinks that it's all It's all relative, and that what these people don't realize is that they're moral relativists. They're moral relativists. They are atheists in disguise, and they don't even realize it.
Yeah, it sounds a bit too far-fetched for me.
Oh, yo, Synthetic Dread wants to join here. I hope.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
yo,
get him in.
you got all right. Well,
Do you
he
want
should.
me to
He
send him
knows the
link?
link. I fuck yeah. I mean, he's in our group, so
I'll
he
send him
should
the
fucking have
link
it.
again.
I did fucking share the link with our group.
As long as Tim Osmond doesn't get it, we'll be all right.
Well, no, he's not in our group, so no, don't share it in the chat.
don't
Share
do.
it in our group.
I'll send
Oh,
it
share it.
straight.
Yeah, share it in our group, not in the fucking chat.
I'll send it straight to Synthetic Dread. I've sent it personally to him.
I don't know why Dread and I aren't connected.
Oh yeah, it's
yet
in the
on,
group anyway. It's in the group anyway.
Yeah.
You put it in the group.
So Dread, you can join anytime you want. He said he's cooking. Oh, so he wants to eat some food before he fucking joins in. I bet. Right? He's like, man, that Dan sure is. He sure has got his intuition correct. I want to get some energy. I want to get some drinky in me, and I want to get some food in me, and then I can join in on Dan and Dan. Well, before I don't know how much longer you're staying because I know you're a little bit tired, but I'm enjoying. Dan, you bring out. You make me want to make people. You make me want to be a better host. Because if you weren't here, I would have not have tried to make sense. Honestly, if you weren't here, there wouldn't even be 8 people watching. And some people would say, well, 8 people isn't a lot. I'd say 8 people is a pretty decent amount. But
it's decent.
It's
Sorry,
like,
I just got cut off. Sorry.
No, people are fucking like crazy about likes and viewers, and I heard Jeranism call out Zach Hubbard earlier on the talk that they had on Truth Frequency, and Jeranism's like, dude, I hear you talking to Zach. I hear you talking about likes and viewers and shit all the time, and Jeranism's like, dude, I have never cared about that. And I just told my roommate that well, I told him this a while ago, but I told him this like a week ago before I left for my Los Angeles trip. I'm like, dude. Never once. I have barely 500 subscribers, and I've been doing this for like 2 years on YouTube at least, because I was making videos on my Facebook before I was making videos on YouTube. So I'm like, never once has it crossed my mind where I go, man, I don't have enough viewers, and I'm not getting enough likes, and I need more subscriptions, and it's like only now am I noticing in this past like 6 months, 3 months, where people are just getting obsessed with likes, views, overall. I'm like, dude, I've been going at this for just as long as Jeranism, and probably longer actually. I've had my Facebook account since I joined. I never had a MySpace ever. I never had a MySpace account ever, and I joined Facebook because the only reason I joined Facebook was because I made the trip from Buffalo to Los Angeles. The only reason I joined Facebook was because, well, I might die, and so I might as well be friends with people along the way. So I never had a MySpace account ever because I was anti-social media, and I was anti-Facebook when it first started for the first couple of years. And the only reason I joined because I decided to drive from Buffalo to Los Angeles, California in 2009.
Wow.
And so when I did that, I made my Facebook account. And so ever since Facebook, I can go check out my Facebook memories and check out what I was saying in 2009, 2010. And that's why I can make videos about myself arguing gravity with other people in 2009, 2010, because I was arguing gravity and the moon's gravity and the physics of the current standard, the current physics model in 2010. So
that's early.
that's why I'm so ahead of everyone else. And that's so don't take offense. I'm not saying this to you, Dan, because I know you don't.
Yeah, no, fine.
That's why I talk so clear and crisp, so easy to understand. That's why I can make sense of the physics model, laugh at it, and because I've been studying it, making fun of it since 2009, 2010. So that's why I can. That's why I can. And I've been trying to understand the heliocentric. I've been trying to make sense of the heliocentric model since 2008, 2009 until now. So I've been trying to make sense of the heliocentric model since 2008 and 2009. Okay, so like it takes a lot of work. And I've been doing this nonstop since 2009, 2010. It takes a lot of work, okay?
Yeah.
I'm not saying this to you. I just love getting loud sometimes. It's just like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you must have tapped into something like in 2009 or 2010.
Well, yeah, that's
came
when my brother passed away in 2008, and so that's what led me along this whole spiritual journey.
All right.
I don't give a fuck about anything. My brother passed away in 2008. I don't give a fuck about anything. All I want to do is die. Either die, be depressed, or fucking be stricken with some sort of truth. So I say, you know what?
Truth. Give me truth. I'll have truth over those options.
Yeah. Fuck sex. Fuck. I mean, at the time in 2008, I took over my brother's job. My brother was a teacher at the Stanley G. Falk School. I mean, he was going to be a physical education sports teacher. He was teaching lacrosse. He knew baseball and football. He knew all the sports like the back of his hand. He knew sports psychology. He knew social psychology. When I go and look at the stuff that he was studying when he passed, he was studying stuff that now I'm like, Jesus Christ, I can't even. This is global psychology. This is stuff that has changed. We used to have a different history. Now it's changed to global. They've changed history to global. It's not even, they changed history class to global class.
Yeah, they just slip it in global everywhere. It's like they slip it into things.
It's globe now.
Yeah, they just put it everywhere. It's like subliminal.
And so what did I'm like fucking.
You just got hit with a truth bomb.
I'm trying to figure out my life, the whole heliocentric model. I'm literally writing it all down. I was writing it. Well, this is what everyone believes. I have it all. I have 50 pages that I'm constant. It's always at 50 fucking pages because I'm stuck right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm in a little trench.
Did you go to Los Angeles?
I'm in a canyon. Yeah, and
is that like a vacation trip?
Oh yeah, well, it was a pure vacation for my buddy who just came over to California from New York for his first time. He's 27 years old. He's been in New York his whole life. I mean, he's been down to Florida, but he's never gone over to California. And now he just came over to California, and I just showed him the ropes in Los Angeles. He came down to San Diego. I went up to Los Angeles with him. And so there's a whole bunch of stories. I was talking with fucking Jeff Ross. Joe Rogan was staring at me for fucking 20 minutes of his 25-minute show because I had a photo or painting shirt on, and he was hitting me with some truth bombs.
Oh right, you actually wore that T-shirt.
Yeah. Theo Von is another famous comedian, but he's not as famous as the other guys I mentioned. But Theo Von, he actually used to be a reality TV star, and we're always talking about actors. And So he used to be on The Real World, I believe. He was either on The Real World or Road Rules, one of those shows. And now he's a stand-up comedian. He's a very good stand-up comedian. Go look up Theo Von's work. He's awesome. He's a stand-up comedian now. There's a lot of crazy stuff, dude. A lot of power shifts going on in the hierarchy with Joe Rogan, man. He really he got my respect back. He got my respect back, man. And I fucked up. I wanted to go in the basement and talk to Joe Rogan because he was talking with, maybe Snoop Dogg was down there. I know Jeff Ross was down there, and a couple other comedians were down in the basement. And one of my friends was fucking there, and I couldn't even there's so much fucking shit I fucked up on that
was this like an after party type thing? Was this
it's always when the comedians go off a stage, there's comedians that go into the crowd and converse with the crowd, or they go straight to the bar and they get drinks at the bar and chill at the bar, and then they let the fans come up to them while they're getting the drinks at the bar, or they go to the green room. The green room will either be on the upstairs or in the basement. So the green room will be in the upstairs, and the comedians will go in the upstairs, and they'll chill up there. So no crazy fans will. There's not crazy fans that are going to try to sneak up to the upstairs green room unless you're like me, which I've done before. And I talked to Doug Stanhope in the green room when I snuck up into the green room with him. But there's you gotta have balls when you're dealing with these comedians. Just like when I asked Jeff Ross was like the gatekeeper to the doorway into the downstairs podcast where Joe Rogan was on a podcast, and so I seen Jeff Ross going downstairs, and I go, hey Jeff Ross. He's like, hey, what's up, man? I go, hey, can I follow you down there? Can I go down there with you? And he's like, no. And I go, oh, fuck, man. I'm like, well, fuck, I hate you. And so he was walking down the stairs, down into the downstairs where Joe Rogan was doing his podcast, his live underground podcast. And it'll be called the Live Underground Comedy Podcast 902 or 903. You can go watch that on YouTube. And actually, my buddy just came over earlier today, and I told him the story of how I was telling this story to him about how I'm telling this to you now. And I was saying that how I told Jeff Ross how I hated him because he wouldn't let me down there. And so Jeff Ross walked back up the stairs, and he goes, what do you mean you hate me? And I'm like, dude. He goes, you don't hate me. I go, you're right, dude. I don't hate you. I go, but dude. I go, you won't let me down there, so I fucking hate you. And I go, and tell Joe Rogan to fuck off. And so I was too drunk. Instead of pulling $20 out of my fucking wallet and saying, hey, give this to Joe Rogan and tell him that the earth is flat, you stupid asshole, and walked away and went to go talk to his other buddy Jeremiah Watkins, who's another comedian who just became a paid professional. See, there's a difference between a paid professional comedian and someone who's not. If you're a paid professional comedian, then you're actually a paid professional comedian. You actually that's your job now. Your 9-to-5 job that you created, you no longer have a 9-to-5. Your 9-to-5 is the hours that you create. How about that, you stupid brainwashed fucks? So instead of
stupid brainwashed fucks.
Instead of having a 9-to-5 that you're on the system of, and you punch in and punch out, and you go, hey boss, could you give me a raise? You go to these fuckers and you go, this is my hours. I work from 9 to 5 in the morning. I work from 9 to 5 in the morning. And I want a raise. I won't go on stage unless you give me $2,000. How about that? And that's when you become a paid professional comedian. So there's a difference between a pseudo comedian, there's not many people who call themselves a pseudo comedian besides myself. I'm one of the few people on the planet that has enough balls to call himself a pseudo comedian, because that means I'm not a real comedian. So just like you're a pseudo-scientist, that means you're not a real scientist. So because I'm a pseudo-comedian, that means I'm not a real comedian, even though I'm a lot funnier and a lot realer than most professional comedians. But I'm
yeah,
not
if you
trying to
make
take
people
that,
laugh.
I'm not trying to take that away from them. But but these people are actually making globalist. Their job is they figured out how to make money off of globalism. You see, so now these professional comedians, the reason they are professional comedians is because they figured out how to tap into the stupidity of globalism. See, even globalism doesn't realize how stupid it is, and that's why I have to call it. That's why I say every once in a while, hey, you stupid brainwashed society, pedophile, Satanist, moral, relative, materialistic, yeah, these people, these dogmatic, materialist people. That's why yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. So yeah. So So back to the point I was trying to make here. So I said this. I was telling this story to my friend who came over earlier, and he's like, "Dude, I was listening to Joe Rogan and Jeff Ross on the 902 Underground Comedy, listening to it live, and he goes, when Jeff Ross came back down from the basement, he said that he just got done talking to some dude outside, and he was like."
That was you.
And he
that
goes,
was you.
Yeah. I go, yo, he just got done talking to me because I told him I hated him and I threw him off guard. Not many people say to another comedian, hey, I hate you then. Hey, Jeff Ross. There's not many people that say I hate you to your face, and who's a famous comedian. Who there's no one else around but me and Jeff Ross, a famous roast master comedian. And I just told him to his face, oh, okay, then I hate you if you're not going to let me down there. So there's not many people that have the balls to say that type of stuff to these people.
Yeah, you got balls. I mean, you might see this guy again. You might go again.
Oh, no, I'm going to see him again. And
right.
That's 100% fact. And I'm hope that Joe Rogan, it's like that's the reason why that InfoWars and Alex Jones follows me, is because he knows that I am going to see him in real life. And I'm gonna have a camera. He always has a camera, and he's always surrounded by his camera crew. I'm gonna have a camera like I always do, and I might have people that have their own camera crew. And so I'm not trying to fucking form divisions here. I'm trying to form unifications here. That's why I just made my group the League of Extraordinary Flat Earthers, and it has 350 of the best flat earthers that there are. From Eric Dubé to Santos Bonacci to Powerland to fucking Payday Monsanto to ODD to fucking my group's fucking awesome. I have to suddenly make a group. I have to make my viewers go up. I have to get my likes up. Anyone watching, could you press like in the YouTube chat? Press the like, share it. Make sure you sub to me. I need to get my subscriptions up. I need to get my viewers up, and I need to get everything up. I need to get my dick up. I need to get laid. I need to. It's like, dude, you guys are worried about my sex life. Dude, speak for yourself, for Christ's sake. I avoid women.
Even if they're like walking on the same side of the street, you just go to the other side of the street.
No, it's not like that. I love women. I talk to women all the time. I want a flat Earth woman.
Yeah, it's got to be one out there.
Yeah, it's like no, but I'm not going to deny the fact that women in general scare me. I will talk to them, but they're just. Even the women that I connect with instantaneously and I feel a connection, they still, deep down in my heart, they still scare me. And I still don't know what it is. I don't know what that is. It's like, what? Oh, I know what it is. So I'm scared of being betrayed and having my heart ripped out of my chest. And it's like that whole praying mantis thing, you know, when the guy is like, "Hey, I'm gonna do a little praying mantis dance," and the women's like, "Oh, I totally dig this," and the guy's like, "Yeah, I'm having some awesome praying mantis sex," and all of a sudden the praying mantis female's like, "Okay, that was great and all, but now I'm gonna rip your head off from behind and I'm gonna eat your head, and you're not even gonna know about it." How does
Yeah, I
that make
think
you feel? And I'll go, leave me alone. And so I'm going to be single for years, and that's why I'm 31 years old, and I haven't, I don't have sex very often, and that for the past 4 years I've had sex with about 3 women total. So yeah, I'm very pure and
yeah,
not a dirty slut like and I don't need I can go a whole see I can do this thing where I can go a whole year without having sex. The
are you
people
like
listening, whoa, when's the last time you've done that? Especially the women. Man, for a woman to not have a penis inside of her every 2 months, that's tough for her to do. Woman loves to have a penis in her, a different penis in her every 2 to 3 months. Got to be a different penis. She's got to have a different penis in her every 2 to 3 months. Can't just be alone, because that would imply that she's lost. See, if a woman is alone without any penises inside of her, then all of her friends and family will go, "Hey, woman, why don't you have any penises inside of you? Woman, you gotta have penises inside of you for you to be a normal girl. Obviously, if you don't have penises inside you, if you don't have men attracted to you, if you don't have a steady boyfriend, something's wrong with you." So these women are just totally Disney brainwashed, and they have to have a penis inside them once every 3 months. And so that's just a damn shame, isn't it?
it is a damn shame.
Yeah.
It is a
People
real
listening
damn
right now,
shame.
so we have a consistent 8 listeners here. Big
Would you
Al is
say
here. Synthetic
yeah.
Dread is listening.
Oh, cool.
They're laughing their asses off. The League of Extraordinary Flat Earthers, he is laughing. I don't know why that's so funny. It's there's 350 people, over 350 people in that group, and literally the best flat earthers on the plane are in that group. So yeah. Don't know
Would you
what's so
say you
funny
were
about
quite
that.
selective of women?
Oh, fucking sweet Jesus, I'm selective of women. For Christ's sake.
You gotta be selective, haven't you?
Oh, God, I'm selective of women.
I've been non-selective for a while, and then I became selective. I'm much better for it as well. Much better for it.
Well, after becoming a subgenius, so let's see here. So I became like subgeniusism, my subgenii-ism came out pretty close to the, well, here's the thing. So I probably knew about the, so I was studying the subgenius for probably as long I was studying the flat earth. So since about 2013, 2014. And I didn't come out officially as a subgenius until late 2014. So I didn't come out as an official subgenius member until late 2014, early 2015, and I was official flat earther. Didn't come. I was making flat Earth videos, 2014 July-ish, August, around my birthday, 2014. Wow, it's so interesting tracing it all back, because I noticed that's a new fad now, that tracing the whole thing back. And I've been trying to trace back this whole thing. The whole thing is I've been tracing this heliocentric model since 2009 now. I've been trying to make sense of this heliocentric model and gravity since 2009. And so that's well, Dan, why did you become a flat earther? It's well, it just doesn't start. It doesn't start with that. It starts with the many questions and trying to figure out, well, why is the moon 1/6 of the difference than it is on Earth? Those are the, okay. Well, if the moon is 1/6 than it is on Earth, these astronauts would be jumping 15 feet in the air. And when I look at the footage of the official NASA footage, that they're only jumping 3 feet in the air. They're jumping 3 feet in the air. You go
They're
look.
like falling over and shit as well, aren't
It's
they?
like, dude, it's like, what are you doing? Oh. I also have another thought. You know why space is black? And you want to know why they claim that space is black?
Is this a racist thing?
Yeah. So no, and it goes even beyond that. Space is black and ice is white. White is ice. And we're surrounded by white. We're surrounded by ice, whiteness.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. In the global model, we're surrounded by blackness, right?
Yeah.
So in the global heliocentric model, we're surrounded by blackness, which is space, right?
Yeah.
But the astronauts, actually, the astronauts themselves, they'll say that they saw nothing but blackness in the vastness of space, right? Remember?
Yeah, they did. That was it Steve Collins? He said he saw no stars. He just saw blackness.
So all of the people who have been to space, they only see blackness. They don't see white. They don't see stars. So
That's
even
true.
when these people are in space, they never see any white dots. They don't see any white. They don't see any white dots. They only see black even when they're in space, and these are the astronauts claiming this. Now, when I look into a mirror and I look at my eye, I see in the middle of my eye a black hole, a black dot. And when I look at the outside of my black dot, I see a little bit of brown. And then when I look outside of that brown, I see white, a lot of white, and that makes up my eye. And so my eye is like the model of a flat Earth model, you can say. If you look at it from the side, it would be a black hole in the middle. And I'm going to pull some quasi-luminous stuff right here. You have a black hole in the middle, and then you have a white ring surrounding the black hole, right?
Yeah.
That's our eye. What also you have a dome, 3D dome coming off the middle out of the black hole and the white ring surrounding the black hole and the white ring. You have a dome, which is our 3D eye. And so you have the dome firmament, which is it's like when you peel a grape, the skin off a grape. It's the skin of the grape is our eye, the surface of our eye.
As long as you're not peeling our eyes.
Oh God, no, Jesus, no, that's in some horror movies.
Yeah.
So let's see here. You got whoa! We got an increase here. We got 12 people watching. No thumbs up yet. No one liking. Not a single person has disliked this, and not a single person has liked this. They're just listening. They don't want to admit.
Thumbs up, you bastards.
They don't want to admit that they're listening to Flat Earth Subgenius Hangout 2.2. Oh, the whole purpose of this show, it was called "What Made Me Me." I haven't said a single thing about that.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Let's see.
I love these hangouts though. I love some hangouts where they say, okay, we're going to talk about, I don't know, the Coriolis effect or something. They talk about that for 5 minutes and then they talk for 4 hours about complete bullshit.
Now I'm going to talk about politics and Hillary Clinton and...
The first 5 minutes is just what the title of their YouTube video is.
Wait a minute.
The rest.
Wait a minute.
Does that
say I have 9 dislikes now? Or is that 5 likes and 0 dislikes? Or it's 5 likes and 10 dislikes. So I have all of a sudden I have 10 dislikes now.
That's because I'm on here. That's because I'm bringing it down.
Oh, is that what's going on?
Yeah, can you remember that Ali guy that was on earlier?
Oh, okay. So his fans are tuning into this, and
I don't know.
Because I was all over the chat making fun of old Alley Cat, saying this guy's fucking clueless and just like listen. I just wanna listen to myself talk here. I'm not gonna make any sense here. I'm not gonna make any points. I'm just gonna talk kind of Scottish and I'm not gonna make any points here. I'm just gonna talk over people. Not gonna let you chime in. Antonio Super X is being super patient with me. I know I've seen Antonio talk a million times, and I know he's holding his tongue and not saying anything and exposing you for fucking 2 straight hours. Because if you listen to yourself, holy shit.
Yeah, it's like, Antonio, have you ever been on a submarine, Antonio?
Antonio has the patience of a fucking saint.
Yeah.
I don't
I
understand
noticed one thing. That alley guy said he's just going to the toilet for a piss. Well,
no,
restroom.
He's full of fucking shit. I called it from the get-go. He doesn't want to listen to anyone.
He said he's going to the restroom for a piss. And then he came back straight away. He came back straight away. I was thinking, this guy's not washed his hands. He just literally said, I'm going to the restroom, and then he was back within 1 second. But I'm gonna have to go to the restroom right now.
Yeah, go.
And
go
I'll
piss.
be back in a sec.
Yo, anyone listening? Teresa, Wake the Sheeple, Synthetic Dread. If anyone wants to come on this hangout and talk, join in. I'll give you the hangout URL, and you can join the 2 Dans here. I'm gonna play a little music and pour myself a little drinky poo.
God in the sky, I'm trying to tell you, and I hope that you're hearing me clearly. This ain't no bullshit speculation, conspiracy theory. They live and they're controlling every move you make. From the apartment that you live in to the juice you drink. They give you television to help you ignore this prison while feeding you genetically modified organisms. They want us like the Walking Dead, just obey and consume. Don't worry about anything, keep awaiting your doom. To all my warriors out there, this is indeed my call. It's time to put a fucking end to this elite cabal. We sleep, the alarm's going off. Beep, beep, beep. Time to wake up to the deceit. Our whole reality's made up by the elite. We sleep, the
I'm back.
going off. Beep, beep, beep. Time to wake up to the deceit. Our whole reality's made up by the elite. When they try to prove they're spinning all cause it's remarkable. All their arguments are absolutely fucking farcical. It's clearly been shown your problems are resolvable. Your theory has been fallen into tiny little particles. The pharmacological drugs they got the masses on.
It's a piss party. It's a fucking piss party.
And even when they do, they're unable to gaze too straight. Cause for most of them it's way too late for them to see past their condition. They will not be listening to anything outside their paradigm imprisonment. They are ensconced in a nonsensical servitude, brainwashed by devils to revel in their servitude. It's idiocracy, pure hypocrisy.
Waking these dummies up and used to mean a lot to me.
But nowadays I'm on a tip that can do
And tell them that's what you get when you fucking snooze.
Yo, Dan, what does it say on your t-shirt?
It says culture is not your friend.
Culture is not your friend. Ah. Yeah,
that's a Terrence McKenna quote.
I just had a piss, but I washed my hands just for FYI. Case.
Yes, Terrence McKenna says culture is not your friend. What's up, Aries? Yo, Synthetic, are you coming on this or what? For Christ's sake. You're going to sit there and watch and cook your fucking meal and play with your fucking Willy, or are you going to join the fucking show here?
Do you guys say Willy in America?
No, I do.
Johnson.
Oh, I like Johnson. That's a classic.
It is a classic.
P Mars. What's up, P Mars?
You need to get our
Man,
subscribers
I
up.
wish I knew who you all are, man. A lot more people know who I am than I know a lot more than I know of people. And I'm
We need
not
to-
even. I'm a nobody.
We need to get our subscribers up, Dan. I've got 26 subscribers. Whole 26 people subscribe to my
Hey,
shit.
I used to have
What?
26 fucking subscribers too, dude.
Yeah, I need to start pushing out some stuff.
It's crazy. Actually, I know that YouTube is censoring my videos because my blood over intent video, the second day it was out, it had almost 1,000 views, and then on the third day I looked it up, it has less than 200. Even my roommate, I showed my roommate one of my hangouts. Like for instance, this hangout is guaranteed to have it.
Do you reckon about
My
500?
roommate's about to be home. This will be fun. Actually, as a matter of fact, yeah, he's about to come inside. So, although he just doesn't seem to care about anything anymore, but what's up, dude?
Does he hang out? Does he go on the hangouts, or does he just like do his own thing, and just chill out?
Oh no, no, yeah, he does his own thing, of course.
Cool. So when you come into England, Paris, next year or this year, you should come and meet Antonio in real life and shit. Come and meet some people. Nathan Oakley.
Oh no, no, I plan on it.
That'd be awesome.
Well, first, everyone here, like, let's see here, ODD. There's a lot of people here. I want to meet with Matt Boyland, Jake Gibson,
Yeah.
North Cal Waters.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of British
There's a lot of people.
isn't there? Yeah.
Jeranism's close. I like to meet with Skiba.
Oh, right. Are they California?
Yeah.
Is California like GTA? Like
Yes.
I was playing GTA and you got
Yes, it is.
like that beach. What's it called? That beach area? Oh man, I forgot what it's called now.
Grand
Shit. That beach.
San Andreas?
Yeah. GTA one. There's like a beach area. Oh man, it was like a wheel and shit on the. It's like a pier and the wheel. Like a. Shit, I forgot what the name is. It. Is it? I'm not sure. No.
All right.
Shit, I forgot the
Let's
name
see
of
here. Hold on. So we got, hopefully Dan remembers, laugh out loud, Big L. Cathexis will vouch for me. By the way, he's a concaver. Cathexis is a concaver. Oh God.
Yeah. Cathexis.
Concaver.
Concaver.
Come inside. Cindy Pritchard, Yo Dread. The Brand 23, Michael Zazian, don't want to talk about flat. Yeah, that's true. Felix is here finally. Praise Bob. Synthetic Dread. Hey Cindy. Hey Felix. Hey Teresa. Sim. Felix, did a video of Pancho being rude and pointed it out, and you're on the panel, and I kind of made fun of your voice. That wasn't right. Please forgive me. Timar said.
It's making fun of Felix's voice, like how how sometimes Felix's voice gets kind of like this sometimes.
Is that good? Oh, there's North Carol Waters here. I just speak of the devil. I just call him out, and he shows up. See? See what I mean? They're always watching. They're always paying attention. You say their name, they show up.
Did you ever encounter a guy called Ace McLeod in the
Felix
flat Earth?
Yeah, Dan, you can fuck off. Yeah, who is Ace McLeod? I have come across that name. on my
Yeah.
YouTube comments and shit.
He's been missing for ages, but I just sent him this Google link. I don't know if he's going to come in or not, but he's active, he's chatting and stuff, but I don't know if he's going to actually come in. But it would be epic if he came in, because he's been missing for like months and months.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, dude. Yeah, definitely get him on here.
But I suppose we all need a break now and again. If you get burnout or whatever.
Lovely.
Oh shit! Yeah, Ryan said he dropped the.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, this is so I'm pretty sure I have that on mute, the television on mute, and I'm running it through here because the echo will fuck with the feedback, and I can't listen to an echo, obviously.
Oh yeah, there's
AC
echo.
Cloud.
Is he in chat?
Ace will be back. Synthetic said Ace will be back. PMAR
Hopefully.
said Cathexis will vouch for me. I don't snipe panels or fuck shit up. Oh, so I'm pretty sure PMARS wants to join in. Where's Ace been? The brand 23. I got burnout for a while. Spirits spiritual. Has anyone seen Issa M around? That's a good
No,
question.
Issa Mahal. I've not seen him for a while.
Oh, Ace has been working lots.
Yeah, some cool guys.
I'm gonna check. Oh, let me. I don't know if any of the other flat earthers do this consistently on Twitter as well. But do you do it on Twitter as well? I mean, I'm constantly being attacked on Twitter as well, nonstop.
I've got a Twitter account, but I haven't really. I like use it to like watch things and like read up on stuff, but I don't really put stuff out.
Oh,
I'm following you.
Yeah, I noticed you followed me recently. Yeah,
A few of your like people that you follow, or some like flat Earth other stuff. Can't remember the names of them now, but
yeah, you. What's this face?
It is good for information. Twitter, I mean.
Oh yeah, there's some. Let's see here. I have. I can't even do it. See, I noticed a lot of people making videos on people commenting on their videos and in their comments. If I were to do that, I would I could make hundreds of videos of people commenting and making fun of me because of how many. Like, I don't even talk about. I just keep that to myself. I've been keeping all of these comments to myself for fucking nearly a decade now. Except that now it's just like all these people just talk. They just talk drama, this drama, that drama. But I'd rather talk about ideas. Ideas are what turn me on. My buddy was earlier, Ryan, and I was telling him about a new conspiracy that's about the 1,000 years of fabricated history that's been added on to the current timeline chronologically. So now we're in 2017, but in reality we're actually in 1017. And the only reason why we think that we're in 2017 is because these psychopathic, hypnotizing, dark, gay sorcerers, trickster, psychopathic, pedophile magicians have tricked us into they've added a 1,000 years of fabricated history and conspiracy of characters that didn't exist. And I can even say Galileo, Copernicus, Kepler. I'll even throw in Abraham Lincoln. And my roommate, one of his great, like, think about how many fucking people look to Abraham Lincoln as a real historical character that actually existed and that is a real person. Like, how do you know that these people are? How do you know? It's tough.
Well, I mean, I understand where you're coming from going back hundreds of years, but 1865 really wasn't that long ago. So, I mean, it's not like hard to really think. I mean, we've got documented records and pictures and stuff like that.
For people listening agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just get his bone, dig his bones up. Dig his bones.
With the other
going back. Dude, if you
But what about like why do we know more about the people before Christ? I'm not saying this to you.
Yeah.
Why do we know about the people? How and why do we know more about the people before Christ, BC, before Christ? Well, how do we know more about the details of these people and their lives than Jesus Christ himself? We don't know about those 20 odd missing years of Jesus Christ's life, but we know about the full lives of the people that existed before and after Jesus. Totally. Plato, we totally know that Plato is real. Plato totally existed. Francis Bacon, he's a totally real person.
Cain and Abel?
How many people based their
Cain and Abel, these are totally real people. Columbus, totally real.
But here's the thing with Jesus Christ.
Moses?
How many people have based their whole lives off of this figure, accepting him as their Lord and Savior, and there's 30 years of history that they know, or 20 years of history they don't know anything fucking about it. That's the shocking part. That's the thing that pushes me. Like, I'm just like, but oh shit, I got off tangent. Sorry.
No, there's no fucking. Yeah, what about the 30 missing years of the 20 odd missing years of Christ there? Because he was about barely 10 years old, and he's like, you know what? I'm out of here.
Well,
and I left, and I'm gone for 20 years, and I come back, and I'm almost 30. I'm 31, 32, about my age now.
You want to hear what the argument is to that? I've talked to some Christians because, you know, when he was a kid during that time, you know, going through puberty and stuff, you know, he stole, he did other things like that, and they didn't want to, you know, focus on those things that he was doing. He was just a kid, you know. We want to focus on
even God's son makes mistakes. You know, you don't want to focus. They don't want to focus on Jesus' son making mistakes, especially on Jesus' son murdering people.
Well, I mean, you're talking about mistakes he made. I mean, if by what they believe, the fucker died for our sins, and we haven't done anything about it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the fucker died for our sins, and what else?
We haven't done anything to thank him for that. If that's true.
What have you done to thank him for that besides make a fake holiday and make fake pretend?
And that's, I'm just saying if it's real. I mean, people are always preaching to these Christians, he died for our sins. He died for our sins. It's like, well, we still fucking sin. So he died for nothing.
We've got Easter. We got Easter eggs.
You said, but Easter though. We got Easter.
Oh yeah.
The people.
I was about to say, here comes Peter Cottontail, hippotis, hoppotis, Easter's on its way.
Here comes Peter Cottontail, hippotis, hoppotis. Oh, dude, I gotta go back and watch that. Actually,
one of the greatest
underrated episode of South Park is what we're just talking about right now. Is that actually I have to go back and watch it. Is when the secret Easter agents of Easter, the Easter bunnies, are all secret agents working for the government, the powers that be, and they're.
No, it was Peter. Actually, wasn't he was at the Last Supper, but he wasn't a human. Peter was actually a rabbit. Peter Cottontail was at the Last Supper.
Peter literally was a rabbit.
That's why. So it's not like, that's why.
Like the apostle Peter.
Yeah, that's why rabbits.
He literally was a rabbit.
Because that's what they're doing. There's absolutely no tie-in to it.
Follow the white rabbit. Follow the white rabbit. Fucking whip, you rascally rabbit, you. No, so we have Sean. We have 18 people watching this right now, live.
18 strong.
18 strong. 18 strong. More people can join in here. I don't know why only Dan. I guess it's our name. Like only another Dan has the balls to join up with me and Dan.
I'm a pussy though because I haven't got my face on the camera. But yeah, people need to join in.
It's intimidating, buddy. I guarantee not every one of these people don't have the ball, like you said, to actually jump in with the conversation. Sit there and listen to what you have to say.
Did you hear that, Dan?
Yeah, just listening in, playing with their willies and shit. Where we're just
Isn't that
talking.
interesting? So they here's the thing. They listen to me to try to like steal, to try to catch me in some sort of lie, or like try to catch me in something.
Is that what you think they're doing?
No, that's what they do. That's what,
Your statement are opinion-based and stuff you can based on research and fact. So what lie?
So like the thing is that they can't. So no matter how much they listen to me and try to catch me in something, they can't because it's always coming from a subjective perspective, and it's only my direct experiences. And so you can't take away my direct experience no matter how hard you try. And I don't know, it's like fucking weird.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the comments here. Let's see here. Don't be a retard, Cathexis says. I'm pretty sure he's not talking to me.
Cathexis is in here.
No, he's not talking
Wow.
to you. I don't know who he's talking. He's talking to someone in the chat, obviously.
Cathexis
Oh
needs to
shit!
come in.
So you got look at this beautiful fucking chat here. You got PMars, you got some ladies, you got Felix, Charissa, you got Cindy, you got Cathexis, you got Dread. What a beautiful group. You got North Cal. You got what a nice group of people here. Trying to make some actual analysis of what's going on. So you got 18, 17 people watching. I have 10 people have disliked this because I was making fun of somebody on Pancho Pete's channel earlier, this Scottish fellow who just nonstop talks, fucking doesn't let anybody else talk. I'm just gonna talk in my innocent Scottish accent, and since I'm talking in my innocent Scottish accent, no one's gonna have the balls to interrupt me. But certainly if I was on that show, I would be interrupting your innocent Scottish accent. And Antonio's being very polite with you, letting you talk yourself into dig yourself into a hole, talking about satellites, and you think, oh God.
Yeah, my issue with him was he went to the restroom, but then he came straight back. He didn't wash his hands. There's no way in that time period he washed his hands.
Let's see here. North Carolina.
He said, I'm going to the restroom. I'll be right back. And then literally he logged back. He was like, I'm back. It's like, shit, man. I suppose like guys don't really wash their hands. I mean, do you wash your hands, Dan?
I don't wash my hands too. Oh, I wash my hands, but it's 50-50. Honestly, it's 50-50.
Sometimes.
Like if I'm cooking food for other people, I'm washing my hands.
Yeah.
If I'm cooking food for myself, doesn't mean I'm gonna wash my hands. But if I'm cooking food for other people, you damn sure I'm washing my hands.
Exactly. It's like I mean, dude, I do something similar. Like I know it's kind of a little off topic. I smoke cigarettes and I'll be like in public. I've gotten to the point where maybe it's just because of how like just looked down upon it's become. If I see a little kid coming, I fucking put that to the other side and I'll run into like across the parking lot. And I've had like families like, you don't have to do that. But my whole mindset is like, it's one thing for me to knowingly kill myself. It's another thing to put some little kid in that position or some family to experience my secondhand smoke. So man, it's kind of like, I do the same thing. If I'm cooking for myself, there's a 50-50 chance I'm washing my fucking hands. If I'm cooking for other people, every time
50-50.
I handle something differently, I'm following everything I remember from my food handler's courses when I was a server, basically.
As long as it's not a dick handler's course.
Yeah, and on that point, I was at the Comedy Store this fucking past weekend in Los Angeles, and I had these 3 people in front of me who were smoking cigarettes, and they're from Russia, obviously, because they're all.
They don't give a fuck.
Dude, these people, it was 2 guys and a girl in a pizza place. And these fucking people, all of them were smoking cigarettes, and they all, like, the guys had their cigarettes on the opposite side, but the one girl had her cigarette right next to me. And I'm like so triggered, but I'm holding it. I'm pretending I'm not. I'm like, fucking, she's just letting her smoke. I'm just like, just like wisping up into my fucking face. I wanted to tell this girl, switch your dirty hand. Put the cigarette in your other hand. No one is around but the other cigarette smoke. There's 2 cigarette smokers on your other side of you. The only person who's not a cigarette smoker, you have the cigarette on this side. I'm coughing. There's no one else. Put the cigarette in the other hand to join in with the other fucking cigarette smokers. What the hell is so wrong with that? And I still didn't say it. And I even made fucking small, pretty actually, it was beyond small talk with her. I fucking. A lot of people are like, "Hey, you look like you know what's going on here. What's going on here? Like, we in the right line here, or are we allowed to smoke here? Are we in the right line here, or are we about to see the main stage comedians? Like, you know what you're doing here? Are you singing here? Are you like?" People think I'm a fucking music, or ask me if I'm a musician everywhere I go. I can only do karaoke. That's the only thing I can do. I can go. I remember going on a recording studio software as a kid when I was like 12 years old, and you remember that fucking software we found as a kid, and when you can record yourself on the computer, and then you can reverse yourself. You can hear beer bar, beer. It's like, holy shit! And you're playing yourself backwards, and you're like, you speed it up, dude. I learned that shit when I was fucking 12, 13 years old, and then I found a camera, and that's when Jackass came around. Remember Jackass? First season of Jackass, and these stupid MTV idiots were, and you find a camera, a VHS camera, because these are VHS cameras that are in the cameras at the time. There was no what's it called? There's no instant Wi-Fi little HDMI chip, little chip now that they have that's connected to your fucking camera. Now they have little chips. It's like, dude,
SD cards and shit.
People used to think that they were going to take remember the CDs? Remember that people used to think that they were going to have the CDs and then turn them into mini CDs, like GameCube.
Yeah, mini discs.
People are like, it's gonna be a mini CD. CDs are gonna turn into mini CDs. I thought for like a month I thought that was true, and then I'm like, yeah, that's bullshit. And guess what? They never did. They never turned those mini CDs those CDs into mini CDs, did they, Sean? No. They never turned those.
Fucking laser discs, like.
But they.
Going small.
Okay. Here's the thing. So that's the further step that they took the mini CDs. They took the mini CDs into the PlayStation Blu-ray discs, right? And that was the little mini discs, right?
No. The Blu-ray discs on the PlayStation 2 one, they were regular DVDs.
There was a fucking mini CD.
GameCube.
Yeah, that's what I was just talking about.
GameCube. They didn't play movies though. We didn't have movies though.
So they had the fucking audio CD, and then GameCube came out with the mini CD with their video games, and I thought that they were going to change, that movies were eventually going to be coming out with mini CDs. But all the movies have come out have been on the red box, which have been on the regular audio CDs, which has been the size of the regular audio CDs. By the way, if you look at the shape of the CD, it's a mini hole in the middle. It's a black hole in the middle, and then it's surrounded by a flat something with rings surrounding it, and then it's
The thing you need to remember when that technology changes, it's based on one certain clientele that uses it. And I'm talking you're going back to Betamax and VHS when battling out. It always is the direction the porn companies go to, so they choose VHS. That's why everyone went to VHS. When we had, remember when HD DVDs came out?
Yep.
And then they had Blu-ray DVDs. The porn industry went to the Blu-rays. Thus, HD DVDs went out of business and Blu-ray flourished. So the porn industry didn't go with those little mini CDs, just like they didn't go with the laser disc. That's why those two formats really didn't fucking make it.
Imagine trying to hide some porn laser discs.
Like 1999 to 2000, there was MP3 players. So you can really, if you look at it, digital media really was the future from an early standpoint. I'm talking Napster, download. You remember how awesome it felt when we first got the first chance to download a song in 3 minutes?
And we're making our own CDs. Oh. We're taking, instead of putting in our fucking cassette disc, our cassette tape, which is what I was doing. putting my cassette tape in a fucking radio audio box, a boom box, and I'd have to call into a radio station and it'd say, hey, could you play this song? And I have to record and press record on my tape. And that's the way I'd make my mixtapes fucking when I was 12 years old. And I have do you fucking remember this shit? This is insane.
I remember. It was like the charts. We had like the top 40 charts, and we used to just like record it onto our cassette tapes off the radio.
Yeah. So let's see here. Let's see here. Well, I don't know. Proof.
Where's Synthetic Dread? Has he had his 5-course meal yet? Is he coming on?
Dude, what is he doing? There's Cathexis, there's Synthetic Dread. I don't know what the fuck these pussies are waiting for. They're just having a good time listening to us.
Come on, you guys.
It's like,
yeah, we need to
I've got
subscribers.
There's a lot of fucking like do you know how long Dan let us on? Big L. I'm on Skype. Fucking
Big L.
Find me on Skype, and I'll give you the fucking Hangout. I gave it to a lot of people. Do you know how long it would take me? It would take me an hour of a video to show how many people who have personally messaged me, emailed me, telling me thank you for how much effort and work I've been putting in for the past 8 years.
Awesome,
Dan, it's like, dude, I never make these videos, and I notice all these people making these videos. It's like, dude, I don't fucking make. I thought like this is becoming a popular thing now. All of a sudden, like you need to make these videos in order to be taken seriously, and that's the only reason why I'm talking about it now. It's because like, okay, like a lot of what's up, Dan?
I was going to say, do you do like a Hangout like once a week or twice a week on like a regular slot, like so Monday nights or?
I do. I definitely do a Hangout once a week. I've noticed. I mean, dude, I'm on Hangout episode 2.2. I started off on episode 1, so I did Flat Earth Dan Hangout episode 1, and then episode 1.1, and then episode 1.2,
oh, yeah.
and then 1.3. So now it's 1.4, 1.5, 1.6, so I'm on 2.2 now, and I'm over 100 videos on the YouTube. I'm almost on 500 subscribers. I have over 40,000 views total, which will blow up. Like somebody said to me months ago, I'm on the verge of blowing up, and I'm like, oh, cool, thanks, dude. I'm on the verge of blowing up. Someone told me, awesome, thanks.
Yeah, okay, you're gonna blow up, Dan. You're gonna blow up. Just
Dan,
remember us little guys.
Okay, hold on. Cathexis got me. Hold on. Boom, got him. Cathexis is coming in.
Awesome. Just remember us little guys when you blow up, Dan.
Oh, dude, I do remember the little guys, especially the fucking Hold on, Dan, check your Skype. Cathexis is coming in. Awesome. Here he comes. Here, I'm gonna take a piss real quick and drain the lizard. You welcome Cathexis to the Flat Earth Subgenius Hangout episode 2.2. You got two. There he is, Cathexis. You take over here, mod.
You got it, brother. Hey, what's up, Dan? How you been, man?
Yeah, just chilling out. How are you doing?
Doing pretty well, man.
It's like, what time is it in England? It's like 1 a.m. in England.
Yeah, it's getting late.
Just chilling out. Yeah,
Nice.
I'll probably tap out in about half an hour or something, or whatever. But how you doing? You've been listening in chat and stuff.
Yeah, I've been listening to both Pancho, Chan, and this off and on.
Oh yeah, did you listen to Ali and Antonio talking about the lunar lander and stuff like that?
Yeah, it was so ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, how can you believe that the Earth is flat, that there's a dome, and that we went to the moon and satellites exist? I don't know. Allie's a very nice person. I have no problem against him. It just seems rather inconsistent. That's all.
Yeah, it's like he wants two things at once, kind of thing.
Yeah, but they all kind of beat up on him a bit, which I didn't think was cool. But
Yeah,
I mean, things go. Have you been banned from Poncho Chan yet?
Banned? No, I had a wrench before, but I don't know if that was like free channel or something. But then like it just my wrench got taken away. I was wrenchless. I felt emasculated, whatever it's called.
Yeah, they
I just like
Poncho's trying to.
Is he weeding out people?
Yeah.
I haven't been on there that much, to be fair.
Yeah, he's on. Apparently, I'm on the list too to be weeded out because I've never cammed up. And he keeps saying that I'm a shill. I think.
But I don't know if that was like food channel or something. But then like it just.
Yeah, let me know if there's an echo.
My wrench got taken away. That's echo.
No, we're good, Dan. We can.
Yeah.
Yo, could you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, and there's no echo.
What's up, Dan? I'm only here to.
He's weeding out people.
Yeah.
Yo,
big out.
Hold on, guys. There is an echo, Dan.
Yo, could you guys hear me?
I've never cammed up.
Hold
up. Somebody's got their YouTube screen up right now where we have a huge delay.
Yo, let me know if there's an echo.
My wrench got taken away.
Who is that?
I think it's Dan.
Yo, are you guys on here?
Okay, yeah, I can hear you, Dan.
Jesus, I'm fucking clueless.
No, this is perfect though. We're not getting an echo. That was the YouTube echo we were getting though.
No,
it's just
I'm trying
perfect.
to make it so my fucking friend here can hear you guys.
Pull out the headphones you're using, but there's probably going to be an echo.
Yeah, see?
We'll try it real quick. Don't worry about it. There's no other way to do it, Peace to the guys. Turn down the
not too
speakers.
bad.
Turn down the speakers a little bit, and then it should be good. Yeah, how's that sound?
How's that?
It's not bad. I mean, it's there, but it's not bad. Can you go lower?
Yeah, hold on.
All right. Yeah, that's not bad. It was way worse before.
How about that?
Did you guys know nukes are a hoax?
Yeah, that's great, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I heard that fucking nuclear weapons are a total hoax.
Yeah.
And I asked for evidence.
I remember saying that to my roommate years ago. I go, how would they record a nuclear bomb exploding? How would they be within distance of it, and how would they record it?
To see those buildings.
How would you record a nuclear bomb exploding? How without the camera disintegrating into dust?
Or even moving or shaking or
helicopter.
No, they're not. Where he's talking about very specifically, P. Mars. He's talking about where the trees get shifted, the buildings shatter, there's this famous footage of
the
stuff
trees
happening.
They probably
how is that not
They probably have shit.
So P. Mars here is into the group, and he's for the whole Holocaust nuclear explosions here.
He doesn't want it to be fake, I think.
I'm pro
Holocaust. No, it's easy to tell.
I want a new Holocaust of flat earthers.
Hey, P. Mars thinks the camera was held by a tripod. That's all it took. Was a tripod.
That's a strong tripod, man. Are those for sale nowadays?
For real, bro. Where can I get those?
Now, P. Mars just thinks that flat earthers are bad researchers if they say that nukes are a hoax.
Well, there's video of they drop a nuke on all these ships in the ocean, and then
that was
doesn't mean it's a
detonated.
nuke.
Hold on, that was detonated underneath water. Here's something that you don't.
So what?
Do you know the whole term megaton?
What does that prove?
Hold on.
It's
Do you know what the
detonated
term
under the water.
megaton comes from, P? It comes from that's how much dynamite, a ton of dynamite, it would take for 1 megaton.
If you add
hold on,
megaton, Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Let me finish. So what they did, and most of these explosions are just this, is for control. They would take, let's say it was a 5 megaton bomb, they would take 5 tons of dynamite and try to replicate the exact same size and explosion as a control. This is fact. You can go back and look at every one of their significant tests. They always did a control explosion, which was that much dynamite. That's how they did the one under the water with the submarine. It was, I think, 3 megaton. So who's doing bad research here, P. Mars?
The no new
Pretty
people.
sure you are. I mean, I haven't looked into this, but I'm sure.
Well, then how can you assert that? Oh my god, dude.
I gotta admit though, the no new people so far have been assholes, and they don't give you evidence to just say you believe in.
No, I'll agree with that. I mean, but look, nuclear weapons are fucking trauma-based mind control in the entire population. That's what they needed after World War II. They needed to prop up this, like, we're all going to get nuked. And I mean, I even had in the 80s was told to get, the whole duck and cover. There were duck and cover drills when I was in kindergarten and first grade that I had to go through. What a better way to scare your population to make that shit happen. I'm just saying, I don't think it's as big as what they say. I don't think I don't know. I don't see enough evidence, especially when you look at the footage. There's too much fake shit going on with that footage. It looks like fucking sunsets and warped film, and like, it just looks like such nonsense when you look at it critically.
So
just
like,
saying.
So here's my question, right? How'd they get Japan on board?
Pretty sure
on this conspiracy
on nuclear weapons.
Go look at the firebombing of Tokyo. Okay, go look at Google this right now.
I agree.
Firebombing of Tokyo, and then
Japan
go look at the fucking.
Us, but they hate us. They're totally gonna seek revenge within 50 years. It's gonna be amazing.
I know where you're getting at.
I can't wait till they release their Gundam Wing machines on us. Gundam Wing are gonna kill us all. Can't wait. Yes.
Hey,
I'm telling you, go look at the firebombing.
Can't wait till they Gundam Wing us all. I can't wait.
And then look at the firebombing of fucking Hiroshima and whatever, Nagasaki or whatever.
Nagasaki.
Nagasaki, yo.
Nagasaki.
Hey, yo, did you guys hear that the Earth landings were fake?
Yeah, the Earth landings were fake.
The Earth landings.
How can Allie think the Earth is flat, but the moon landings were real?
That's what we were just asking. It's very odd.
That is such a weird belief to have.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose.
Oh shit! Is that Migmag?
Hey guys. Yeah, Migmag.
No, wait. That's the fake.
Peace to Migmag, dude. How you doing, brother?
This is the paid show Mig.
How's it going?
Not the real Mig.
No, it's the real Mig.
This is the real Mig.
Yo, man, great job with getting in contact with Sarucci and pointing out the Jesuits. I can't believe fucking Dubé said that to you.
Yeah.
I saw that.
That was a great show. That was a great show.
On the comments, right?
Yeah, in the comments, I couldn't get over that, man.
Yeah, it's just no. He wants to keep everyone in that Jew bashing, And Hitler was a great guy, and
oh god.
Oh boy, this is getting.
This
is getting intense.
No, he's not saying that. He's saying that's what Dubé says.
I can ask you this, since we're on voice chat. Don't you think it's like a collaborative kind of thing?
Well,
both the Jesuits and the Zionists.
Collaborative, but one of them is an organization, and the other one, there's a lot of people that consider themselves Jews, not as a religion, but as a
bloodline.
Society,
Yeah.
So
here's where I come in, and I go.
So when they blame the Jews, it's like blaming all the Chinese,
Yeah.
Well, I always distinguish and say Zionists.
Sorry?
I always say Zionists just to distinguish, because I obviously know it's not all Jews, and it does sound kind of anti-Semitic when you say the Jews.
Yeah, here's the thing about this anti-Semitism. You're talking about Zionism, and you're talking about the Jesuits. There's a lot of people like Santos Bonacci and Matt Powerland, and a lot of people in the Flat Earth movement. They like to, probably half everyone listening here, and most of the people on the panel, they like to blame the Jesuits for things because they're just clueless people and they haven't done the research. So
no,
hold on.
Wait.
Go on.
Okay, and so since they just go along with what history tells them to do, which is to blame the Jesuits, is exactly what is the mainstream science and the media, which is what they want you to do. So you're going along with their plan, and you're just blaming everything on the Jesuits, and you have no idea about the history of the terminology of this word. When actually, it's the Jesuits is a term that the Jews made up themselves. Why don't you just say Jews?
Hey, can I respond?
No,
can I respond?
absolutely.
Can I respond?
Why don't you just have the balls to say?
Hold on.
Can I just? I'll be
Look,
quick.
Ignatius Loyola was a crypto Jew. It came from a crypto Jewish family. Okay, for one. For two, you're right. The name was given. Yes, the name was given to the Jesuits by the Jews as a slag, as a way to make fun of it. Okay, because they were so brutal. Oh, the Society of Jesus. I understand that, but when I point the finger at the Jesuits, I'm talking about heliocentric science. I'm talking about what has been forced down our throat for 500 years about where this globe comes from and where the sun-centered system comes from. Who's been behind it? Who's been behind Big Bang cosmology? That was Lemaitre in 1919. They have their hands completely in the pot. Now, who's controlling them?
You can't throw them all in the same box, though. That's the thing.
Oh, I understand that, but
of course not. You can't do that. We
can't. I'm not.
Like I recently have become a fan of Joe Rogan again because he has the balls to stare me in the eyes when I'm wearing a fucking photo or painting shirt.
Joe Rogan worked for the military-industrial complex, and
obviously he's been doing that for.
Let's get P. Mars. Yeah, let's get P. Mars.
What were you going to say about the Jesuits?
The Jesuits Jew thing. When the 9/11 conspiracy,
it's the Jesuits. You're a pussy.
When the 9/11 conspiracy was going down, and it was.
Do you have any Jewish friends?
Hold on, let him
know any Jews?
No, I'm actually
any,
connected to the Catholics.
My girlfriend's half Jewish.
I'm just asking, does anyone here have Jewish friends as personal friends?
From Israel. Yes.
Yeah. Do you know the Israeli army?
Yes, they were in the IDF for 2 years. Yes, I know at least 10 people who were in the IDF.
That gets added on from when you're talking fake bullshit to when you actually know these people. So keep going now.
Okay, so here's my whole thing with this is when the 9/11 conspiracy thing was in full swing and they were having people like Professor Stephen Jones to debate like Hannity and Combs on Fox News. Hannity and Combs were trying to, or it wasn't Stephen Jones, it was another professor, I forget his name, but anyways, I think it was Kevin something. Anyways, they were trying to
Sullivan?
Something like, I can't remember. But anyways, the whole point is they were trying to throw on this guy that they were trying to tie in 9/11 conspiracy with people who blame the Jews. So in my opinion, the mainstream media has a vested interest in conspiracy theories talking about Jews. And why is this? Because the mainstream has spent a lot of time prepping information, prepping people, brainwashing people. Yeah, P. Mars. Anyone who talks about Jews is going to be looked at as a Nazi. It's worse than like what you say.
Shit. Why do you think Eric Dubé gets so much fucking bullshit?
Well, right. And in my opinion... In my opinion, so
they actually have the balls to say the Jews.
But it's playing into the issue.
I'm saying you're playing into their hands because they want us to talk about the Jews because the normies who are trying to convert.
I talk about everyone.
Well, I agree with you, and I'm not saying
Irish, Scottish,
I totally agree with you.
White,
Jews are in
Chinese,
position of
I don't give
power.
a fuck. Korean.
I totally agree with you.
Listen, we're all in agreement here.
Jews are in a position of power.
What's up?
But I'm just saying, like they're the scapegoats. They're the scapegoats. The mainstream, the authorities want us to blame them, so we shouldn't fall for that trap. I just think it's a trap. That's all.
No, I agree with you. I think we all agree.
I got you. No, dude. I don't think that all Jews are evil. Jesus Christ, no. I'm not saying that at all.
How do we know
name a spade a spade? I call a spade a spade.
How do we know Jesuits aren't the fall guys?
What do you mean? How do we know Jesuits are the fall guys? They are the fall guys. You fucking idiot. Listening?
Why don't you call them?
Hey, Dad.
Zionists.
Relax.
Hold on. Jews. What?
Yeah, you got Zionists.
Why don't you call them Zionists?
We're on the same team, man.
Hold on. What?
Yeah.
We're on the same team, man.
There's Zionists and then there's Jews, isn't there? There's different.
Well,
yeah, I know.
Yeah, Talmudic Zionist is what we should accurately be calling them. Yeah, somebody who is seeking the state of Israel.
Who's asking me about Zionists? Shut up. Who's asking me about Zionists?
Dad, stop being a dick, dude. we're all here on the same team. We're just talking about the variations of all these fucking.
Yes, I know, and this is very important because everyone's fucking including Jaredism, Eric Dubé, and all the and Matt Powerland.
Who's talking about those guys?
Leaders of the flat Earth movement are very fucking confused about Freemasonry and fucking Judaism and the Jesuits. They're all you are all very confused about it. That's why.
Except for you. Are you in the possession of the truth of the matter?
Why do you call them leaders?
Yeah, Cathaxian.
Yeah, why do you call them leaders?
What's up?
Are they leaders for you?
They're leaders in general. They've called themselves leaders, I've noticed, and they are leaders because I'm a leader and I've noticed other leaders. That's what leaders do.
Yeah,
real recognize real.
Wait. What makes them a leader? Their sub count?
Their sub count?
The amount of work that they put out, the amount of ideas and theories that these people put out.
I think Mig's a leader.
Absolutely, Mig's got a ton of
Mig's
work.
Definitely. Top brass.
Diploma though. Still waiting for the diploma.
I'm not bad mouthing him or.
I've seen like Jewish people like campaigning against Zionists, like Jewish marches on Twitter and stuff. Like proper Jew people.
Okay, but let's go back to what a Zionist is. What is a Zionist?
It's a political movement from Israel.
Yeah, it's a political movement.
There are a group of Jews that are very
you see what I mean? That's all I have to do is just simply ask a question.
Yeah, that's the exoteric.
Guess what more Zionists are? Most Zionists aren't even Jews.
So I ask what a Zionist is, and each of you have your own opinion.
No, we all have the same answer. It's whoever's seeking the state of Israel to be in place. But it goes deeper than that. Look, Talmudic Jews who end up being Zionists. So I usually say Talmudic Zionists to make the distinction.
Yes, thank you.
Before Israel was created, it was a political movement. And since the creation of Israel, it would just be like
most Jews don't even fucking practice the Talmud or the Torah. They don't.
Exactly. Most Jews have nothing to do with this.
They don't even fucking practice the Bibles that they're in.
Exactly.
I am Jewish, literally. I have Jewish blood because I look like a Jew and I have the Jewish blood. But I don't practice the Torah or the Talmud.
That's the point.
There's so much bullshit involved, you don't even realize it.
Who doesn't realize what?
The amount of hypocrisy.
Dude, calm down. We are all saying the exact same fucking thing here. Everybody is.
Civil discourse. Let's have some civil
I'm
discourse.
sorry, guys. I'm sorry. It's my fault. Let's.
No, it's not, man. It's not.
We're all like yelling at each other in agreement. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, we're all yelling in agreement.
Okay. I can take the blame.
Should we change the subject?
No, it's cool. He said, I'm sorry. It's my fault.
I'm sorry, man.
I love you all, guys.
Nah, I do enjoy you all.
Yeah, let's have some civil discourse here.
All right, so let's talk about a different topic then.
Let's talk about something we all
I
agree
shut up
on.
immediately. I shut up immediately. I'm not ranting like fucking Scottish fella. You can shut me up immediately.
What do we all agree on?
That there has been a deception.
Yeah.
Concerning. Oh shit! Big L outed me. So, I think we all can agree that there is a deception surrounding the nature of our cosmology. I think we can all agree upon that.
Okay, Dan, can we agree that it's a collaborative thing? Can we start there?
Absolutely. That's what my whole theory is.
Who is collaborating?
It's so beyond collaborative, though. Like you guys,
Jesuits, Masons.
So hold on, let me ask Dan. Let me ask you a question. Hold on, let me ask you a question. So do you think that the Jesuits?
You're still stuck in the collective New Age movement. The collective.
No. Dan,
you guys
you're making
still
a lot
think
of
about
assumptions.
the societal collective of things.
Dan,
it's the collective. What?
You're making a lot of assumptions. Here, let me ask you a quick question, okay?
Go ahead.
So you think
guy who always tries to take over my hangouts? Go ahead. What?
Take over your
Come
hangouts.
on, Dan. Come on.
He's trying to have a conversation, dude.
He takes over my hangouts.
I got no disrespect for you. Don't bring that shit to me. Come on, man.
He always does
like you, Dan.
Too, also, man.
Anyways, Dan, what I'm asking is,
He's always doing
do you think the Jesuits are acting in behest of the Jewish control mechanism? Like they are puppets of the Jewish control mechanism?
99% of people are fucking clueless. Absolutely, utterly clueless.
Okay, but
including myself.
All right, there we go.
All right, that's the end of the conversation.
And that's what scares those 99% of people that I criticize so much, is that they look at a guy admitting that he doesn't know so much and that he's eight solid years of research ahead of him because he hasn't worked 9 to 5 in 8 years. So he's spent nothing but his life into researching this type of material. And so when they look at a guy who spent 8 years of his life researching this type of material, admitting that he knows nothing, when they would go, "Fuck, man, it's going to take me 8 years of my life, or at least or 4 minimum, to get that far," and he's admitting that he knows nothing when he obviously knows more than me.
No, I agree with that 100%. I know what
am I supposed to do when this guy doesn't? When he's admitting he doesn't know much of anything, and that he's already 8 years ahead of me, and it's like, what the fuck's going on? Why? What's going on here?
No, I only know what I know because I know nothing. Like that is the best place.
Wow, man! Like Plato, man! Like holy shit, Socrates stuff. Like,
yo, Dan,
what's up?
Can we go back to this topic for a little bit? We'll give it another shot because we got Mig in here, and Mig knows a lot about this.
Okay, well that's why he's listening, and he always listens to my shit, probably.
All right. What do you think, Mig, when people say Leola was a crypto?
Mig gets tons of fucking shit all the time.
Where's the proof?
He deals with all his fucking shit all the time. I deal with all it.
Well,
so let's go.
Okay, that's a good question, Mig Mag.
Okay, well,
I haven't researched, so it's just an honest.
Have you ever heard that he's a crypto Jew, Ignatius?
That's right.
I have heard from comments. Yes.
Okay, I haven't done the research on that fully yet, but I consistently hear this.
I'm gonna also add that I'm the only one who consistently puts their face out there on the chats and on the Hangouts, and doesn't give a fuck about anyone seeing me. I'm going to put that out there as well, too.
Are you referring to me?
Did you notice that? No.
Taking shots?
I think he's taking shots. Cam up, son. Cam up.
I'm the guy who's always doing a live feed. I put my face out there.
Okay, we get
it. People try to catch people into like a weird cognitive dissonance, like
we're good, Dan.
Look at his face. Look at his face.
I hope we can agree. Would you say that you can agree that we are all on a similar level of?
You wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be listening. You wouldn't be on my Hangout. I don't even share a link to my Hangout, guys.
Yeah,
I know. Like everyone else shares links to their Hangouts. I don't share a link to my Hangout.
Hey, we appreciate that, Dan.
Yeah, that's why we're here.
I share a link in a couple little mini groups I am on Skype.
Yeah, that's why we're here, Dan.
Because I go, the people who are listening, they mean business.
Okay? And that's why we're here, Dan. It's because we respect you.
I know you mean business.
Yeah, we respect you, and we like to have a good, engaging conversation. So, with Migmag, you just said you haven't looked.
Sorry. Like this fucking European guy in the chat room just said, "What a circus." Hey, you click from Acapon Perseate.
Why you gotta point out his race, though?
You can talk from Acapon Perseate.
Why you gotta point out his race?
Okay.
What's his race?
You should share your link.
Black man in the chat.
So this fucking idiot wants to come on the link. Yucapac from Amacon Perseate.
Okay.
And you want me to share your link? Like,
Can
Dan, come on. Let's actually.
It's just funny. I'd rather listen to you guys.
Okay, but let's just have an actual
conversation. Shit! Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's a fuck. Okay, dude. Synthetic. Calm the fuck down. That's the thing. You want to like prove something. You're so like intent on trying to prove something. I'm intent on not giving a fuck. Like I don't care. Like
okay, Dan.
What?
We get it. No, I'm saying let's focus on a conversation and not clowns in chat or whatever.
Yeah, we got some informative people in
here. We got 21 people watching. This is fun.
Yeah, we've got a good panel right now. So where is the evidence that Ignatius Loyal was a crypto Jew?
Okay,
it's something I hear constantly.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Brought up this quote.
Could someone tell me what a crypto Jew is?
I don't know either.
But now I want an exact definition.
A crypto Jew is a person who has changed their last name to declare that they're Jewish in some way, like through the bloodlines. So somebody who's a crypto Jew is usually an Ashkenazi, somebody who's white and from the Caucasus Mountains, yet are claiming the
talking
Semitic.
About Donald Trump now.
But are claiming the Semitic race. That's what a crypto Jew family is.
If I change my name to like.
But isn't Donald Trump Jewish now?
No, his kids are all married to Jewish people, and one of his daughters.
Yeah, and so that would make him, because all of his family members are Jewish
that
now.
doesn't make him Jewish.
Okay, well, let's.
Okay, hold on. Go back on track, Kitaxis. Let's get back on track here, because I know you're trying to make my channel something that's worthwhile listening to here.
You're always
Honestly, you care about my
Dan.
channel more than I do.
I love your channel, Dan. So, what are the evidences that he is a crypto Jew? Does anybody have anything that we know of?
No, I don't.
Okay, P. Mars brings up this quote all the time from Leola.
He hangs out with a lot of Jews. That's the only evidence I have.
Leola said he wished he was a Jew, and there's other people who say that he was a crypto. So I guess either way, you could say he was with the whole Jewish movement, I guess.
Oh, hold on. I was slightly wrong. Let me read this definition. A crypto Jew is a Jew who converts to another religion and outwardly embraces the new religion while secretly maintaining Jewish practices.
Yeah.
Okay. I was a little off there, but
could you say that again?
A crypto Jew is somebody who converts to another religion like Catholicism and outwardly embraces the new religion, but while secretly maintaining the Jewish practice.
Yeah, that's totally fucking Donald Trump. That's right.
So it says in 1491, Ignatius de Loyola was born in the Basque province of Guapazaca of Spain. His parents were, I don't know what it is. His parents were Moranos, and at the time of his birth, the family was very wealthy. As a young man, he became a member of the Jewish Illuminati order in Spain. As a cover for his crypto-Jewish activities, he became very active with the Roman Catholics. And so, yeah, that does seem to be the case with that family. And then he founded the Jesuit order.
Does that have a reference?
Yeah, this is from, let me see. You could probably look up the last name and find that, actually. So let me see. So...
You could pass the link also if you have it.
Yeah, here, let me pass the link. This is, I'm not sure the validity of any of this, but... But I mean, that would explain a lot, because I hear a lot of people trying to say that he is a Jew, and the whole Vatican could be using them in that regard. But here, I'll put in the main thread, Migmag, in Hangouts, where we're all in. You know what I'm talking
about?
Yeah. Dan, you got connections to Dubay, right?
Yeah.
You think we can set up a debate between him and Mig?
Between what and what?
Between him and Mig.
Dubay and Migmag.
Oh boy. I don't know about that. I can talk.
Well, just a conversation, perhaps.
Yeah.
Why would I try to hook up two people to talk before I've talked to Dubay randomly, and he's supported me randomly, and like he's in my group, the League of Extraordinary Flat Earthers, and sorry, I can't help but to laugh and giggle before I say that, but and he's like,
who made that name?
I made it up, you fucking idiot. Of course I made it up.
What the hell, man?
What do you mean? Of course I made it up.
We're trying to set up that debate because he keeps dodging Mig.
Dude, I have so many fucking one-on-ones that I need to have with people. I haven't talked to Santos one-on-one. I haven't talked to I can list off a fucking half a dozen people, but I'm not even gonna do that. I haven't talked to a lot of people one-on-one. Why would I set up you trying to talk to these people before me? All right, listen.
You're just a basic.
No, it's just that you're. What is this, Migmag here? You just call me a bitch?
What?
That was P. Mars.
What? Nobody called anybody a bitch. Come on, let's all just focus on
topics, man.
Let's just focus on topics and not on egoic stuff.
Ego, let's not focus on ego.
Yeah, let's just
all right. What's the topic?
I can call you a bitch if you want.
All right, Cathaxis. All right. All right, dude.
We love you, Dan.
No, just all you got to do is friend me on Facebook, and then I will suggest you be friends with Eric, and then you can go talk to Eric yourself. How about that? Will that work?
Your friends.
So I have to make a Facebook account?
If you want to talk to Eric, yeah.
Okay, well, let's just go over this information.
Skype or?
I don't talk to Eric on Skype. I talk to Eric through Facebook.
Okay, great. Let's just.
Okay, so just with text, is it?
I need to get on that Facebook.
Yeah, I heard that Facebook's helpful. I'm not sure.
He doesn't want that facial recognition.
Okay.
I never had a MySpace. I was anti-social media until 2009.
What happened after?
I joined Facebook.
That's right.
Here, let me read this real quick. This is another post I found on a blog spot. It says the Jesuit order is the Roman Catholic order of priests and scholars. Their leadership lives in the Vatican. The great secret, however, is that the Society of Jesus was organized by crypto Jews. The Jesuit Society was created in 1534 by a group of Marano Jews, Ignatius Loyola, Alfonso Salmeron, and Diego Lainez. Apparently, they were all three crypto Jews. In 1492, the entire Jewish community of Spain, some 200,000 of them, were expelled. Amidst these expulsions, the tactic of crypto Judaism is taken up by many of the Jewish community in order to hide and evade exile and persecution. But the conversion is always a dishonest one, and they continued their Jewish practices in secret. So this is, I mean, I'm not finding any, we could probably research each individual person here, like Ignatius Loyola, Alfonso Salmeron, and Diego Lainez, and it might be true that they're crypto Jews. So what would that mean? What would you think of that, big man?
I don't know. I would just like to stick to the evidence because that's what brought me to Flat Earth.
Well, sure. But the implications are pretty crazy.
Listen, I'm going to say something right here. Honestly, I thought Mig Mag fucking committed suicide this past month when it was Guy May. I'm not going to lie. And,
wait, why?
Really? Yep, it's true. And
why?
So when I went and looked, and I'm like, holy shit, Mig Mag's alive? And Guy May is the one who did it. And I was like, whoa, dude, my head hurts, man. I'm like, oh, fuck. I thought that was pretty fucking weird. Is that not weird?
It is weird, Dan.
It is weird that you thought I was dead, yes.
Yeah, that's fucked up. And
all right, well,
even weirder part is that the guy who committed suicide, he seemed to be pretty kind of happy right before he did it. Like he literally a week before he supposedly committed suicide was on my YouTube channel and saying, "Hey, fucking cool work, dude."
Wait, Guy May? Who's this?
Some dude the flat earther who committed suicide recently.
Oh, I never heard of that.
Anyone in the panel?
Where is that?
You're
a flat earther who committed suicide recently.
Yeah, I'm not familiar.
Guy May, or actually, I thought it was you, Mig Mag. So I'm probably making up more bullshit right now. But
well, Mig's here. We're good. We're set up for a good conversation.
Definitely.
So is Ignatius Loyola a crypto Jew? This is what I think we're all trying to figure out. And I think this would play into you being correct in your assertions, Dan, considering that you think it does go back to these Jewish bloodlines.
Yeah, I just don't like people using their fucking watered down PC talk. That's why I get so.
Which is what? Oh, you like the hard J. Like,
yes.
It's the Jews. You like to do that.
No, it's not that I'm blaming all Jews. Just blame the families, the certain Jewish families.
Yeah, the bloodlines. It's these particular Jewish bloodlines.
13 bloodlines. Stop.
And they're mostly.
But when you know that there's Jews that are not part of it, why are you including them? Just by generalizing that it's all the Jews.
It's the bloodline, man. That's why they say the Jews.
That's a Jew bloodline or the specific bloodline name.
Yeah, I say Zionist, man, just to avoid that, because it does.
Exactly.
Look,
that's why I say stop saying this Zionism. Stop saying this Jesuits, because you're just fucking.
Okay, but the thing is, I get your point here, but the problem is let's say the Jesuits are Jews, okay? Like we're just trying to investigate here. It's still the name of the Jesuits whose hand is all over heliocentricity. Now, sure, there might be a further hand behind them, and that's perfect to recognize. But to use their name accurately, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. The heliocentric deception, so to speak, this sun-centered system and the cosmogony that we have, it comes directly from the Jesuit men who crafted it in 1500s.
I agree, 100%.
So I think it's reasonable
you say the
to
Jesuit,
point out.
but it's that those Jesuits were put there.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
They were put there.
As I just said, it's important
and say, look, these Jesuit men are smart. Believe them.
Well, no. What I'm trying to say, I just recognize that, of course, there may be people behind it, and it's worth finding out who. But the name Jesuit still is important in the context. Okay, if they're Jews, then Jesuit means Jews in this context. Don't you agree?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm
historically,
saying. Stop saying Jesuit and just say Jew.
Why? It doesn't make any sense. They are called Jesuits.
Because you don't know, like the Jesuits is a made up term. You just keep saying Jesuit.
It's not. Historically,
it's
these
like a
guys.
Scapegoat. It's a scapegoat. It's like saying that all NASA scientists are evil, globalists, when in reality they're just clueless idiots. They don't know.
I understand what your larger point is, but the thing is
what you're doing when you're saying it's the Jews. You're just including all of them by just saying it's the Jews and not being.
Yeah, I just want people to call a spade is all. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, but if the Jesuits have their hand on this, it's still important to recognize that whatever name that is or whoever it really belongs to, sure, point that out. But historically, Jesuit means something. These entities exist.
Well, historically, Jesuit means the term that the Jews made the Jesuit to the term that they made it up to be.
Okay, and we'll recognize that.
Or the other way around. That's what we're trying to figure out.
Yeah. So now it's the Jesuits who are the good guys and the Jews.
Who's the good guys? What are you talking about? They're both bad guys. Is what the point we're trying to make here.
I'm so sick of the duality.
You are the master.
There's no duality here.
You're the master of derailing. You are the master at that, Dan.
Dan,
what am I
saying the same thing here?
Who said that?
Okay.
Is that Pimar?
Big lipped Big O.
Oh shit!
No, it wasn't me.
The fuck?
How could you?
Anyways, the point is, these are things that we have to recognize. Okay? Is everyone here?
Yeah, I'm here. Just
calm down.
You want me to agree with you? I'm not agreeing.
I'm not insisting. I'm just saying that these are names that they're in history books. It is what it is today. Jesuit exists. Jewish, Talmudic Jews in the bloodlines exist too. Whoever's the puppet master here, I think at the end of the day is important, but how we still, the words mean things. Like Jesuits are very much part of this whole thing. And I just think it's perfectly fine and reasonable to point that out.
Yeah, and you sound less crazy when you blame Jesuits than when you blame Jews. I like that part of the equation.
Yeah, that's a whole thing. That's why everyone blames the Jesuits, because you sound less crazy. See,
I agree with you.
See how you just said that you sound less crazy when you blame the Jesuits over the Jews? Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
that's
a political correctness thing.
Because you're scared and you're.
I agree.
I understand.
I think political correctness is stupid, and it was basically invented as a way to control speech. But I still think we have to be aware of it and not just be like, I'm going to say whatever and not care about political correctness.
Oh, can I just ask something? You're from North America, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so North America, let's say America, they have the most military bases in the entire world, or Earth. Well,
that's correct.
World. And they've made most of the wars so far. So should I blame all of you? Should I just say Americans are the worst in the world?
No. I see your point, and I hope that you all haven't...
Isn't it a fair comparison?
Oh, absolutely. 100% fair. 100% relevant, too. And
so if I'm wrong by saying this, why are you right for blaming all the Jews?
No, I will disagree with myself right now and say, just because I blame... I want you to say the Jews instead of the Jesuits, it's because I want you to do some research. You're just blaming the Jesuits.
We asked about the proof. If you have researched this, you should have some references, no?
References to what?
Sources?
To what?
Sources for that information.
For what information?
What you just said, that it's not the Jesuits, it's the Jews.
Well, that would require you having to do your own research. You'd have to go look that up yourself to find out if it's real or not.
Well, I can.
Otherwise, you're just taking my word for it.
I can name you almost 20 books with different sources from historians, researchers talking about Jesuits. So there's books about Jews, right? I'm sure.
Yeah, and I can show you the same thing about Zionists saying that Zionism is a bunch of fake Jews pretending that they're Jews. So what does that tell you? I'm a Zionist.
Yeah,
I'm a fake Jew pretending I'm a real Jew. What does that tell you? That's what Zionism is. What does that tell you?
So you cannot share any source. Like you don't have.
I have
like
I have plenty of sources.
A researcher that you really like. Do you have his work or anything?
What do you want? I'll link you to whatever you want.
Well, what made you so convinced about the Jews?
Because I see all of the so-called flat Earth leaders, besides Eric Dubé, blaming Jesuits, and I noticed that in all of the Freemason works and books that I have, they say that look, the Jesuits it cost money too. I have got a lot of books that say a lot of good material in them. I say the Jesuits is a section, a sect inside of Judaism. The Jesuits are actually an invention of the Jews, and that's already a fact. So like, it's not something I'm just like making up. It's that it's already out there. It's already a fact.
No, I'm not saying that you're making it up. I'm not saying that you're making it up. Just wanted to know more or less where did you
just
hear
gotta go
before?
look up. Go to Google and type in original term of or original use of Judaism. How about that? Original use of Zionism.
Can I ask a question? Because I've noticed from my perspective, the flat Earth researchers I've seen have blamed Jews. What are the ones that are blaming Jesuits? Could you name a few?
Let's see here.
ADR.
ADR.
No, but it was
there's a lot actually. I don't even want to name their names because I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for them.
Because Jeranism, I think, blames the Jews, right? I haven't heard him talk about
But it's not like the average day-to-day Jews. It's like the elite power structure, isn't it? That's above them.
I agree.
It's not the everyday like guy in the.
Well, that's the thing. It takes years of work years of research to get to the amount of certitude where someone comes upon where they can say the things that I'm saying, and so that's why.
Dan, but you're just hitting the hard J. It's not all Jews. You
know
I know
that,
right?
That's like I think that all Jews and all NASA scientists are evil people. No, they're just tricked. They've been tricked. That's all.
Okay.
So stop taking it so seriously, like it's a sadistic Illuminati technique, and because that's where
it makes you look
that's where you're getting confused.
Well,
you think that like I'm talking about these Jesuits talking secretly amongst themselves. You're relating it to the Illuminati. That's where you're getting a little.
Nobody's talking about that.
That's where you're getting
the Freemasons. The Freemasons are closer to the Illuminati than the Jesuits.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So the Freemasons are different than the Illuminati. Okay. All right.
No. Look. I think the point that I think the overarching point that P. Mars kind of made, and it makes a lot of sense, is that since World War II, the media and people who control the media, which in this case, the Jews, as you point out, they have constructed this anti-Semite type attitude for anybody who.
Hold on. It means anti-Jew.
It doesn't exactly. So what I'm saying is, any person who has, they try to. Dan, come on, man. Let me finish my point. There's a larger point here, okay?
These Jesuits, these anti-Semites. Oh, so anti-Semites and Jesuits is Jews, and anti-Semites is anti-Jew. Just be anti-Jew.
You're not letting me complete my point.
No, I'm not saying it to you. I'm saying
I know. I'm saying they created the term. They created the term. Listen,
I know.
The point I'm trying to make is the media has tried very fucking hard to associate conspiracy theories with. Please listen. They've tried very hard.
Anti-Semitism.
Okay, they have created that, and that's the point I'm trying to make.
Oh, hilarious.
They try to make conspiracy theorists be just that, like anti-Jew, and they're always saying some nonsense like that. They're trying to make people look bad with
I'm crazy.
Okay?
Listen to what I'm saying. I'm wrong.
No, I'm not saying you're crazy. I'm saying that this is Dan. I'm just trying to point out that just that hard J does something. People.
Yep, we got a sniper. I was able to remove him, but he got Cathexis and Dan.
Damn, dude. Can you add Dan?
Yeah, I'll add him back. I don't have Dan. Can somebody? Wait, let me see if I can add him back.
Shit, you got Dan F. I'll invite him.
Someone was tired of Dan.
Tim Osmond was trying to save us from the flat earth selfish.
Yeah, I can't add him back. One of y'all gonna have to add him back. So what I'm gonna, damn, I don't even know how he got in.
I don't know either.
Can't you?
Because the turn off by link is off. So.
Reckon Dan F will come back in, won't he?
Maybe. Who knows?
Yo, Kath, I added you back. Dan, I can't find you, man, so I can't add you back.
I found him. I got him.
Okay.
Yeah, Dan, I added you back.
Here's the thing, though, about what Dan's saying, man. Looking at every debate's videos, it made me realize that when you keep blaming the Jews...
just joined the Hangout. Unknown just joined the Hangout. He's just going to snipe us again.
All right, guys, Tim Osmond here. I was actually going to be here for you tonight because this conversation is going nowhere with this clown. He shared his link again with me. Dan did, so he will be sniped at this point. I mean, this conversation was obviously just a total circus with him denying everything. So, anywho, go about your business. There are better things to do, you know. Mig Mag, I love you, brother, but maybe you can find a different hangout that maybe some of these other gentlemen can join you on, because like I said, this is just a total clown fest. And you know, I mean, it's just really these days I'm more eco-friendly. So I'm kind of like worried about the amount of bandwidth you're using here. Everybody's in the chat just trolling and shit. And, then you got this guy just clowning everybody, just not shutting up. But I do give him credit that he did get some headphones. Because before he would like dance around and, just tell everybody that it was their fault when it was actually his. He's just a total clown, guys. I mean, there are better things to do, like Poncho's show might be more entertaining. I don't know. You're probably not going to get any information out of him, but shit. Anywho, let me do a comment response to your comments here in the chat real quick. Anyway, let's go ahead and pull up this chat here. Big O, you weren't quick enough for me, brother. This time, at least. Big O, you think a great panel's gone to shit? Just go somewhere else, because this guy's a total fucking wrench in your shithole. So yeah, when you talk about the Jews, Timmy's got to come on and snipe everybody. Only if I join, huh? All right, well let's get one fired up without this fucking Dan Falconback guy just throwing shit in the fucking pile. I'm sizzling some bacon. Anyway, I think my 5 minutes is about up. My Timmy timer's not on at the moment in my Chromedomium, but anywho, guys, Jeranism is full of fucking shit. All right, and so is the guy he talked to. So he spoke with me in email today, and we'll see where this goes.